From Ireland as John Faulkner and the Real Union present Farewell to Ireland.
At the beginning of the 19th century, substantial settlement of North America was virtually confined to parts of the eastern coastal fringe. There was little settlement in Canada west of Quebec. 70 years later, the continent contained some 50 million people. The populating of North America from Britain and Europe during the last century was among the most important human migrations in history.
More than half the 7.5 million people who left the British Isles for America between 1800 and 1875 were Irish.
Ireland, 1825, House of Lords Select Committee Report.
There are parts of Connaught where a man plants his potatoes at the proper season and shuts up his cabin and goes off to England and labours, and perhaps his wife and children beg on the roads, and when he comes back to dig his potatoes with the wage of his English labour in his pocket, he is able to pay a larger sum in rent than he could have extracted from the soil.
After the Act of Union in 1801, the already extreme poverty in Ireland was worsened by England's total economic domination. Ireland was regarded solely as a producer of cheap foodstuffs, raw materials and cheap labour, and as a source of investment capital wrung from the Irish people in the form of rent and tithes. House rents in towns were often high in consequence of landlord monopoly. Edward Wakefield, a careful observer of Irish affairs, noted that
houses are dearer in some remote corners of Ireland than in the best parts of London. The whole town of Belfast belongs to one proprietor, who has it in his power to extract whatever rent he thinks proper.
there was a famine in Ireland in the late 1840s. There were the hungry 40s in England too. The difference was that in England the workers were exploited as a class. The Irish were, in addition, exploited as a subject nation. The failure of the potato crop was general throughout Europe, but only in Ireland was there famine, because only in Ireland was the peasant population totally or mainly dependent upon the potato crop.
In the famine years, Ireland produced foodstuffs in abundance. No disease, except that of the tillers, afflicted either the corn harvest, which was superabundant, or the cattle. The amount of corn and cattle exported from Ireland in these years would have fed all those who were starving twice over. Therefore, the Irish are quite right when they say, God sent the blight, but the English landlord sent the famine.
the praties, they are small, over here, over here. Oh, the praties, they are small, over here. Oh, the praties, they are small, and we dig them in the fall, and we ate them coats and all, over here, over here. Oh, we wish we all were geese, night and morn, night and morn. Oh, we wish we all were geese, night and morn. Oh, we wish we all were geese and could live our lives in peace till the day of our release, eating corn, eating corn.
An essay on food by Count Romford, 1846.
Soup number 1 is composed of barley ground whole with all the bran, whole peas, pepper, salt and water. The whole meal of barley answers as well as pearl barley and is much cheaper.
Oh, we're down into the dust, over here, over here. Oh, we're down into the dust, over here. Oh, we're down into the dust, but the Lord in whom we trust will yet give us crumb for crust, over here, over here.
For dinner, each adult gets 3 ounces of this soup with 6 ounces of bread. As only 2 meals are given in the day, the bread is given separately. Of course, meat would improve the soup, but then the price would be greatly increased, and the object is to produce a nutritious food at the lowest price.
Oh, the praties, they are small, over here, over here. Oh, the praties, they are small, over here. Oh, the praties, they are small, and we dig them in the fall, and we ate them skins and all, over here, over here.
The actual numbers of people that died from hunger, typhus and cholera during the famine has never been ascertained. However, it is known that deaths and immigration reduced the population of Ireland 1/3 in 10 years, which means that the rural population was reduced to little more than 1/2. The migrants took the only road open to them, the passage west to America. They sailed in their thousands from Dublin, Cork, Liverpool, Derry, Belfast, Galway.
Notice to emigrants.
Fitzhugh, Walker and Company, Liverpool, dispatch fine first-class American ships for all parts of the United States of America, which are fitted up with every convenience for cabin, second cabin and steerage passengers.
For New Orleans, the Jane Ross to sail on the 1st of March.
For New York, the Franconia will also sail the 1st of March.
The advertisements were one thing, but the real conditions on board the immigrant ships was a different story.
They were overcrowded. Sanitation was bad. The immigrants were insufficiently supplied with money, food or clothing. They were rich only in the germs of typhus and cholera they carried. Soon, the worst horrors of the famine were being reproduced in the immigrant ships on the high seas.
From Derry Quay we sailed away on the 23rd of May. We were taken on board by a pleasant crew bound for America. Fresh water we did take on 5,000 gallons or more, in case we'd run short going to New York, far away from the Shamrock shore. We sailed 3 days, we were all seasick, not a man on board was free. We were all confined unto our bunks, and no one to pity poor me. No father kind, no mother dear, to lift up my head it was sore, which makes me think more of the lassie I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore. So fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, likewise in the Derry town, and twice farewell to my comrades brave, who do dwell on that sainted ground. If fame or fortune shall favour me, and I have money in store, I'll go back and I'll wed the wee lassie I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore. We safely reached the other side after 15 and 20 days. We were taken as passengers by a man and led round in 6 different ways. So each of us drank a parting glass in case we'd meet no more. And we bade farewell to old Ireland and Paddy's green shamrock shore. So fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, likewise in the Derry town, and twice farewell to my comrades brave, who do dwell on that sainted ground. If fame or fortune shall favour me, and I have money in store, I'll go back and I'll wed the wee lassie I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore.
The dream of American cities being paved with gold was a great encouragement to escape the hardship and famine of the 1840s, as were the more realistic personal accounts of the New World in letters sent home by emigrants, such as the following.
Dear friends, the money in the United States consists of dollars and cents. 100 cents makes $1, and 1 cent by the present law, as well as at the present rate of exchange, is equal to 1 halfpenny. Consequently, $1 is 4 shillings and 2 pence. Able-bodied, healthy, young or middle-aged persons invariably do well. That is, they can get, even as labourers, from $4 to $6 a week. The wages of a good carpenter is about $7 per week. The wages of females is from $3 to $3.50 per week. I have never wanted for employment. I have never for a moment regretted abandoning my ill-fated, ill-governed, although dearly beloved country.
For many, immigration meant survival, but prosperity and real wealth was of course only for a few. The fate of many unfortunate ones whose journey across the wild Atlantic ended in disaster is remembered in an inscription on a memorial stone in Montreal.
To preserve from desecration the remains of 6,000 immigrants who died of ship fever, AD 1847. This stone is erected by the workmen employed in the construction of the Victoria Bridge, AD 1859.
The sheep are unshorn and the land is gone to rushes. The handyman is gone and the winder of creels, while away across the ocean go journeymen, ploughboys, and fiddlers who flaked out the old mountain reels. Ah, but I mind the time when old Ireland was flourishing, and lots of tradesmen did work for good pay. But since our manufactories are across the Atlantic, so we must go and follow to America. There's a gin in New Brunswick at a shilling a bottle. There's ale in Toronto at a penny a glass. There's a wine in that fine town they call Montreal, boys, and the devil be with us if we don't take a glass. So fill up your glasses, gay lads and gay lasses. There's gold for the winning and lots of it too. Good luck to the heart that has courage to wander, and misfortune to those who would chide us adieu. And now to conclude and to finish my story, if ever a friendless Irishman passes my way, with the best in the house I will greet him and welcome. At home on the green fields of America.
Farewell to Ireland was written by John Faulkner and performed by Dolores Keane, Eamon Curran, Kieran Crane, Terry Yarnell and John Faulkner, who collectively are known as the Real Union.